Hello, everyone. Welcome back to game number two of the World Series between Andy Palomino's team and Ed Hepschner's team. As a reminder, these teams are a result of a recently completed sim auction involving the players from the 1930 Cubs, the 1977 Phillies, 1985 Yankees, 1992 Blue Jays, and the 2002 Angels. The Game 1 introduction gives you a nice preview of the players on both of these teams, also the auction prices paid, and the stats that were accumulated during our season simulations. In the first game, my team mounted a late comeback to win it by a score of 7-5. Let's see what happens in this second game.
So settle in. This is a championship game.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Let me set my lineups, and we will get started with Game 2 of the World Series between Andy's team and Ed's team. Let me just switch my manager so that I can control my team.
The pitch. A little roller to the right side. Randolph pounces on it. The quick toss to Grimm, and he nails Griffey by a step. One down. He brings it home. Kyler pops a little fly. Back of second. Randolph did Brown going out. Wilson coming in. Coming in, and Wilson makes the catch in front of Brown. Two down.
All right, here we go. Couldn't figure out what was wrong. It was in automatic mode. Now I can control the pitching, control the pitches. All right, here we go. Back to the game.
The pitch, cut on. Hit in the air, left field. Luzinski's right there, and he makes the catch. Visitors gone.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the first. This is already a better start than the last game. The last game, my ace, Guidry, gave up 3 runs in the first.
The pitch, Wilson flips a rain bringer, twisting down the line. Winfield is after it, tracks it near the right field stripe, and he grabs it for the out. One away.
Hack Wilson coming off a 2-homer game in Game 1. Luzinski up now, part of my 1-2 tandem that was so successful during the season simulations.
The pitch, loop to left, toward the gap, and it drops for a hit. Griffey gets it back in, and Luzinski is on at first. For Luzinski, his first hit of the series.
So Hassey, not a lot of at-bats, but those at-bats are really good. 878 OPS, almost 300 plate appearances. And I think the simulation squeezed out like 325 or so out of him. So definitely a key cog in my team. Him and together with McCarver made a nice 1-2 tandem, and not a lot of auction dollars.
Luzinski takes his lead. Ortiz delivers. Check swing. Strike 3. 2 down. The pitch is on the way. Cut on. It's a high fly. Straightaway center. Kyler has it measured. This should do it. He squeezes it for the final out.
All right, no score after one, top of the second. Leading off, Brad Fulmer for Ed's team. Not sure why the names didn't show up here on the teams, but blue is Ed's team and red is Andy's team.
Malone over the offering. Fulmer swings. It's a high bouncer to third. Robertson gloves it. Sets. Long throw to first, and he gets him. One away. The offering from Malone. There's called third strike, right down the pike. But Winfield couldn't unshoulder his bat. He must have been looking for something else. Two away. Malone brings it. Boone blasts the drive to right center. It might have the distance. It rattles the wall. Wilson plays the carom. Old Leadfoot will have to hustle. He's going for second. The throw. Not in time. He's in safely.
Two-out double, Pagliarulo. Pagliarulo had a some nice stats during the season simulations for Ed's team. 768 in his real numbers, but he actually produced about 100 points more during the simulation. So Pagliarulo could be a dangerous hitter here.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Hang up a K for Malone. 3 down.
Nicely done by Pat Malone. All right. Bottom of the second. My guys are up. Charlie Grimm leading off.
The delivery. Taken. Ball. Grimm walks. That was Grimm's first walk of the series.
All right, so we have a very strong catcher for Ed's team, so I am not going to risk stealing or even hitting and running right now. Maybe later on. But the +4 is great. Or rather, when it says +4, it means you're subtracting from the runner's steal number in APBA. So that is significant because the best you can have is a +6. So we're just going to hold Grimm on base and hope that Randolph gets a base hit or moves him along.
Ortiz fires it in. Randolph swings. It's hard and long, sending Griffey back. Will it be deep enough? No. Griffey is there. He squeezes it. 1 down. Grimm is at second. He'll go back to first.
Another reason not to hit and run would be that Ortiz is not, he's not wild, but he's also not a control fiend either. So he will walk his players. So there's more of a propensity to get runners on base. No need to try to force the issue with Ortiz. Now let's just hope that my guys put the bat on the ball.
Now Ortiz comes home with it. High fly ball to center. Kyler is racing to the track. He squeezes it. 2 away. And Grimm gets back safely. The pitch comes in. Easy bouncer to Sizemore. He's up with it. Over to Boa, covering second. In time. Side retired.
All right, no score after 2. Boa made the last play on defense, and he leads off the inning.
Malone brings it. Boa smacks it toward the hole. Brown far to his right. Nice stop. But he bobbles it. Boa takes a big turn around first, but he'll stop there. They give him a single. For Boa is third, head of the series.
Looks like Ed's manager is hitting and running here.
First baseman Grimm is on the bag. Boa with a substantial lead. They start the runner. Loop toward short, and he's got it. Over to first.
Oh, double
play.
That was huge. Red Martin, Ed's manager, trying to be aggressive, but it backfired.
The pitch, and it's chopped down the first base line. Grimm covers it and touches the bag for the final out.
So Canizaro in my lineup again, and I could not make a substitution early on. I'm not sure why not. Let's see if I could do it now. Because Canizaro is pretty much an automatic out. Let's see. See if I can slot McCarver in there. There we go, which is what I tried to do at the beginning of the game. I think at that point it was on auto manager. That's why I couldn't make a switch, and I didn't notice. So we can do it now. And this could backfire because McCarver has a -3 catching, which means he enhances the opposition's runners. So we'll see if this backfires on me, but at least I get his bat in the lineup.
Locals manager looking at his score sheet. He's going to his bench, is calling on the Pine Sitters. Who's coming on? That's McCarver, heading in to replace Canizaro. So the lefty will face Ortiz, the right-hander. Ortiz to the wind. A high drive to deepest center. Kyler has it all the way, just allowed out. One away.
Right top of the order, Hack Wilson.
The pitch, rip and a miss by Wilson. And that's a strikeout. 2 away.
The ball.
Ortiz brings it home. Hot shot to the right side. Sizemore to his left. Funny bounce. Knocks it down. Throws quickly to first. And gets him by a step. Locals go down.
Brzezinski not a speed demon, so not surprising that he's out there. All right, no score. Top of the fourth. Both pitchers pitching very well. So McCarver is going to be my catcher.
McCarver, he goes to catcher for the Locals.
Pat Malone on the mound, pitching well.
The pitch, Kyler tops it down the third baseline. It'll be a tough play for Robertson. The off-balance peg. Yes. No, wait. Kyler is safe. The ball was there, but wide. Robertson picks up an error. Tough call.
So that's an Achilles heel for my team. They ended up last in tied for last from the season simulation. So something to look out for sure. I have the offense, I have the pitching, but the defense is what could let me down.
Big hole on the right side. Kyler takes a good lead. They start the runner. Spezio goes the opposite way. Grounded deep into the hole. Left side. Nobody there. Base hit. Brown broke towards second, and the ball sneaked through the hole. Speedy Kyler glides into third, and Spezio is on with a single. Brown couldn't reverse his direction in time.
First and third, successful hit and run, so nobody out. So this could get ugly in a hurry.
Infielders back. The runners take their lead. The pitch is on the way. Fisted to right by Homer. Stevenson will have to hustle. It drops in. Kyler will score. Stevenson will play it on the hop, and it hits off his glove. Spezio will try to score. Homer is trying for 2. The throw to second. Not in time, and another run scores. That's an error on Stevenson, and that's the second error for the Locals.
And like I said, just on cue, the defense is what could potentially sink my team. Second error of the inning.
Here he comes. Popped a mile high. McCarver throws off his mask. He's there. Foul ground. Takes a step back. And brings it down, and he looks Homer back to second. Malone brings it to the plate, wrap right back to the mound. Oh, he caught it backhanded. Looks Homer back to second. Now he throws to first for the second out. Homer holds. Malone over the offering, grounded deep into the hole. Brown is over, stabs for it. He stops it. Long throw to first for the final out.
All right, let's see if we can get those runs back. 2-zip, Ed's team leading, bottom of the fourth.
Ortiz into the wind. Breaking ball. Cut on and missed. Hasse goes down swinging. 1 away. To the plate. Base hit right field. And Stevenson will hold it first as the throw comes into second. He's on with a single. For Stevenson, his second hit of the series.
All right, man, on first, one out. Grimm, Charlie Grimm. Let's see if we can get a little rally going here.
He delivers, bag to right. And it dropped. Winfield takes it on the hop. Stevenson is around second.
We're just going to hold Stevenson at second.
But the third base coach is on the job, and he puts on the brake. As the throw comes in, a pair of singles for locals. For Grimm, his third hit of the series.
Let's see if Willie Randolph can keep things moving along here.
The runners take their lead. Pop foul behind third. Paliarulo is over. He's under it and makes the catch. And the runners hold.
All right, so it's up to Andre Robertson. Nice 780 OPS. But he's got a platoon factor of 3, so that's going to make Ortiz a 14. So that won't help too much. But let's see what happens.
To the plate, base hit left field.
All right.
Griffey takes it on the hop, gets it in quickly. Stevenson chugs into third, and the bases are loaded.
So Brown up, again, very weak hitter. I think I have a decent backup shortstop. Let me see if I can get a better bat in there for Brown. Let's see. Bases loaded opportunity. I don't think we can let this pass. Get Tommy Hutton in there. And let's double check to make sure I have a decent backup. I believe Harmon is an 8 at shortstop. Yes. All right. So let's get Tommy Hutton in there, see if he can do something with the bases loaded. Oh, not there, Harmon. And there is a way to cancel the move. Let's see. Oops. Let's go back and try that again because I made a mistake there. There we go. It's Hutton who I meant to pinch hit, not Harmon. All right, bases loaded.
Local skippered walking down the bench.
Tommy Hutton.
Trying to make it happen, and they're yanking Brown. Will call on Hutton to face the righty Ortiz. He wheels out with a wagon smoke, heads out.
Here we go. Bases loaded. Need a big hit.
The runners take their lead. The pitch. Bounce to short. He takes a high hop. Flips to Sizemore at second for out number 3.
Ooh, big opportunity loss there. All right. We need a new shortstop. Let's get one out there. And we're going to slide Harmon in there. There we go.
The wheels are still turning. Is sending in Harmon. He'll be playing shortstop for locals. Hutton is out. The pitch. It's a moonshot. Right field. Stevenson over. He's got lots of room. Waits.
We copy it down, Eagle. Griffin, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
And brings it in. 1 down. Malone into the wind. Lined to right center. That's good for extra bases. Wilson is chasing it down, but there's nothing he can do. Sizemore cruises into second. For Sizemore is first. Double of the series. For Sizemore is second hit of the series.
All right, let's see if Malone can bear down here. I don't know that we can afford too many more runs. Looks like my guys are not getting the clutch hits. Man on second, 1 out.
The pitch popped high to the left side. Robertson drifts back. Back! He stabs for it and makes the catch. 2 away. And Sizemore holds at second.
All right, Kyler, Ed's best hitter coming up.
Malone kicks and delivers just off the corner. A base on balls, setting up the force. And that's the first walk issued by Malone. That was Kyler's first walk of the series. Malone spins and fires to second, and it's in the dirt. Scooped by Harmon. The tag. And they get him. He's picked off.
Sizemore picked
for the
off.
third out.
Key play. All right, bottom of the fifth. My team getting shut out. McCarver leading off.
He brings it in. Banged to left center. Base hit. McCarver rounds first and holds with a single. For McCarver, his third hit of the series.
All right. Timmy McCarver with a leadoff single brings up my best hitter, Hack Wilson.
He lets it go. Cut on. Popped up. Boone tosses the mask away near the stands. And he hauls it in. 1 down.
All right, Luzinski. Second part of my dynamic duo coming up now.
Now the delivery. Right down the middle. Strike 3. 2 down.
Apparently not so dynamic, says Russ Ortiz. Ron Hassey coming up now.
Ortiz kicks and deals. Half swing. Oh, Ron went too far. Out on strikes. Side retired. Hassey has now struck out 3 times.
Russ Ortiz pitching like Cy Young. All right, top of the 6th. Malone is still in there for me.
The delivery from Malone. Spezio pops a little fly. Back of second. Randolph did Harmon going out. Wilson coming in. And Wilson makes the catch in front of Harmon. 1 down. The pitch. Fulmer pops a little fly. Back of second. Randolph did Harmon going out. Wilson coming in. And Wilson makes the catch in front of Harmon. 2 down. Here's the delivery. Winfield slaps it on the ground toward right. This one has eyes. Right between Randolph and Grimm for a base hit. Winfield couldn't have thrown it in a better spot. For Winfield, his second hit of the series.
All right, Pat Malone.
Now Malone comes home with it.
Red
Swung
Martin's
on.
Stealing.
Strike. There goes Winfield.
Carver has a weak arm,
The peg.
so this doesn't look good.
And he slides in safely. That's his first steal of the series.
Right, man in scoring position. 2 outs. Malone has to bear down here.
Winfield at second takes a big lead. The pitch. A hot grounder down the line. Robertson dives. It skips by him. Fair ball. Rolling into the corner. Winfield is around third. He'll score. Luzinski tracks it down. The throw. But Boone is in with a double.
Clutch 2-out double by Boone gives Ed's team another run. 3-zip now.
Get your hot dogs right here. We got hot dogs without the dog in it. Just the bun.
The pitch. Lined a shot to right. Stevenson got a late jump. He's over. Reaches up and makes the catch.
All right, 3-0. Bottom of the 6th. Leading off for me, Riggs Stevenson.
The ball is lifted into right center. Not deep. Winfield drifts into the gap and takes it in. 1 down.
Ed's team has a great bullpen, so the deeper we get into this game, the less of a chance my team has to pull it off. 1 down.
And the pitch. He goes the other way. Stroked solidly to left field. Griffey's right there and hauls it in. 2 down. The pitch. Routine grounder to second. He's up with it. He flips the Spezio, and they get him. to retire the side.
Right top of the seventh, leading off for Ed's team, Larry Ball.
Malone winds up, hit high. That's into center. Wilson squeezes it, one down. Malone winds and fires, slice towards second, and he's got it. Randolph grabs a liner, and Sizemore is gone. Notch 2.
Nice play by Willie. 2 down.
Malone brings it to the plate. Griffey dribbles one to the left of the mound. Malone can't reach it. Harmon charges in, grabs it, and throws in one motion, and nips Griffey at first. 3 down.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the seventh. 3-zip. Ed's team leads. Leading off for me, Andre Robertson.
Ortiz into his motion, delivers. Robertson lunges at it, and that's strike 3. Ortiz fooled him badly. 1 down.
Hot diggity dog, here I am in live and living color. We got dog, dog, and dog, dog, dog. Up dog, down dog, underdog, little yo, old dog, your dog, my dog, dog. East, southwest, national team, not Congo, Chihuahua. Get your hot diggity dog right here.
Ortiz winds up, loop to right. Winfield racing in. If it stays up, he'll get it. Coming hard. Still coming. And he makes the catch. 2 down.
2 down. Tim McCarver up now.
Ortiz comes to the plate. Grounded weakly to Spezio. And he steps on first for the out. That's 3 away.
Russ Ortiz continues to dominate Andy's team. Top of the eighth now, leading off for Ed's team is Kai Kyler. They keep wanting to call him
And the pitch
Kiki
comes in.
Kyler.
It's a long fly ball to center field. Wilson got a late start. He's running back. Still after it. And makes the catch in the webbing for the first out. He wheels and deals. It's a shot to left center. Wilson is over. Still after it. And he makes the running catch. 2 gone. Malone winds up. Hit in the air to left field. Nuzinski is over. He's there. And he takes it in to retire the side.
All right, time is running out. And now Russ Ortiz has been upgraded to a 16. So in APBA, when there's a scale of promotion, grade promotion, I guess you could call it. And in the case of Ortiz, a grade 11 pitcher, if he pitches 7 scoreless innings, he gets bumped by 5 points. So now Ortiz was already good at 11, and now he is a grade 16. So things are even more difficult now to try to scrape a run off him. Russ Ortiz pitching a great game. So we are over to the bottom of the eighth now, leading top of the order for me. So if nothing happens here, I don't think anything will happen at all. So this is really my last chance, I think. Hack Wilson.
And the pitch comes in. That's high and deep by Wilson. Kyler is on the run. It's starting to tail away from him. He makes a catch. 1 away.
I thought that was going to drop in there, but Kyler is a grade 3 defense, so he snagged it. 1 down.
He lets it go. Line to right. Winfield will play it on the hop. And Nuzinski is on with a single. That's Nuzinski's second hit of the game. For Nuzinski, his second hit of the series.
All right, we got ourselves a base runner to see if Hasse can move on along.
Now the delivery. And Hasse puts a charge into it. Deep to right center. If it's deep enough, jackpot.
All righty.
Home run for Ron. And
homer
2 runs
for
score.
Hasse. We got ourselves a game.
And here comes visitors, manager Martin. He's asking Ortiz for the ball. Martin is bringing in Righetti to face Stevenson. He'll lose the platoon advantage. So Ortiz gets his innings. He pitched 7 1/3. His line, 2 runs on 7 hits. A homer, 1 walk. He struck out 6. He stands to win it. For Righetti, his first appearance in the series. He's a southpaw. The damage has been done. He just wants to get out of the inning. It's his game to save.
Ortiz pitched a great game. Hassey with a homer is making it interesting now. But just as I expected, Red Martin, Ed's manager, is dipping into that strong bullpen. So let's see if we can keep things moving here.
Here he comes. Well hit drive. Deep to left field. Carrying. And Griffey chases it down.
Thought that one had a chance.
What a catch. That was very nearly back-to-back home runs. 2 gone.
Grim up.
Righetti brings it just off the corner. A base on balls. Righetti was trying to be a little too fine, and Righetti has walked the tying run.
See if Randolph can push him along.
The pitch, cut on. Popped up. Boone tosses the mask away near the stands, and he hauls it in. 3 down.
All right, but we got 2 runs. At least there is some hope now. Let's see, leading off for Ed's team is Dave Winfield. We need to keep it right where it is.
Malone over the offering. Breaking ball. Swung on. Driven to left. Nuzinski is running back. He's got a beat on it and makes the catch. 1 away. He comes home. Popped up. Shallow center field. Wilson is coming on. And he's got it. 2 gone. Here's a pitch from Malone. A towering fly ball to center. This should do it. Wilson roams over. Plenty of room. And hauls it in. 3 down.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 9th, trailing by 1 run. Can we pull off a late comeback as we did in game 1? Let's find out. Andre Robertson leading off.
The pitch, slash to right. It's in there. Winfield feels it. Robertson starts for second, but he's quickly back as the throw comes into Boa. Single for Robertson. The tying run is on. Second hit for Robertson in the game.
Harmon, he is a weak hitter. Let's see if we have anybody on our bench that could be a little bit better than Harmon. Let's see here. Kelly's not bad. Ochoa, let's take a look at Ochoa. All right, let's get Ochoa in there. Almost an 800 OPS, 765. That will have to do. Definitely better than Harmon's 580 something.
Locals manager looking at his score sheet. Trying to make it happen. Looks like Harmon is coming out. Ochoa will pinch hit for him. That's right. He grabs a bat, heads out.
All right, now first, nobody out. Tying run out first. Let's see if Ochoa can do something here.
Righetti deals, towering fly ball. Back goes Griffey. He snags it, and there's 1 away. Robertson is at second. He'll go back to first.
Carver's got a powerful bat. Let's see if he can do something. Unfortunately, he is platoon disadvantaged against Righetti. I believe he makes Righetti a grade 19. That's not good, but he's going to have to hit.
Here's the delivery. McCarver turns the bat loose, but comes up empty. He's out of there. 2 down.
Down to our last out, but it is the batter that I would want up. Hack Wilson, 2 down.
Hot diggity dog, here I am in live living color. We got dog, and dog on dog. Up dog, down dog, underdog, over your old dog, your dog, my dog, dog. East, south, west, Ashland, Jim, Blunt, Congo, Chihuahua. Get your hot diggity dogs right here.
He lets it go. A blast to right. No doubt about this one. It's gone way over the fence. It's all over. Two-run shot for Wilson. Hack trots around the bases. He loves a trip downtown. He claps his hands. He's greeted at the plate.
It's all over. That was a Hollywood ending. Outstanding. Let's record this result, and then we will take a look at the box score before we wrap things up. I'll bring up my spreadsheet here. So this is the final 4-3, a second late comeback by Andy's team. I did not have a lot of hopes for that game at all. That was quite the ending. All right, let's go and check out our box score. All right, let's take a look at the box score for that second game. Historic, exciting comeback there. Hack Wilson with a game-ending two-run homer. So in terms of hits, my team only had 2 more hits than Ed's team, but the key is that late comeback, 2 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, both home runs, one from Hack Wilson, the other one from Ron Hassey. I know some folks probably could question why I batted Wilson first, but really the idea is just to really get as many at-bats out of Wilson as possible. If you look at his card, he is just a lethal hitter. 1150 OPS, 1160 OPS in the simulations. Just a dangerous hitter, and you want to maximize his at-bats. The story of the game really, I think, was twofold. First of all, the exceptional pitching from Russ Ortiz for the majority of the game. And then, of course, the late comeback by my team. So as it turned out, Pat Malone ends up pitching a complete game. Had a couple of little issues there, but really mostly because of the team's defense. He only gave up 1 earned run, 3 runs altogether. So that is the story of the game, and that is a wrap. So let me stop sharing the screens here. So that is it. Game 2 is in the books. Again, if you want to just find out a little bit more about the players that are being used, you can check out the introduction to Game 1. That will give you an idea of the stats that were accumulated during the sim auction simulations and the prices paid during the auction. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, this is game 2 of the series. Obviously, whoever wins 4 games wins the World Series. So far, we have 2 in the books. Come back and check out game 3, which I will post soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye.